Hello, beautiful kindred souls, and welcome to my crafting corner. It is Key, and we are working on our Serene Day Garden ultimate envelope folio journal project. Again, we're back doing that. So we're working with the Serene Day Garden collection. If you haven't checked it out on Etsy yet, please do consider doing that. I want to say it's 4 listings, and I'm using an assortment of digitals from that digital kit or digital collection. I'm using an assortment of different things. So you can check out each listing to see exactly which graphics that you get with each kit. So we left off last time. We put together our shell. I still have these clips on the edge, which they're probably doing nothing, so I can take those off. Just park them off to the side somewhere. That'll be inked and stuff when I do the cover, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm more concerned that it's actually like dry in there and that's not gonna like pop open. Oh, but that's really good. Yeah, that created the glue. I think once it's set, it created a little bit of solidity there when it bound with the paper, and now we're not getting buckling and stuff. So, and we still have some good elasticity. So that's awesome. All right, so we did the cover. I painted the cover off camera, and then we came together and we put the grommets in and we glued down the different flaps and stuff like that. So this is what we have. So this is how the folio goes together. I think it's turning out really nice. I'm excited. All right, so we've got a pocket here. And again, and I mentioned this in the previous video, this project is inspired by Natasha. Her channel is called Treasure Books, and she has a video called The Ultimate Envelope Folio, I think is what it's called. And that is where I got the idea from, but I've changed several things for my project that she didn't do. So I have a pocket here, I have elastic straps. She used washi tape to mount her things down to the page. So I'm doing things a little bit different, but my idea is inspired by her video, and I just wanted to give her a shout out and mention that. So awesome sauce. So now in the very last video we did this little piece, which is going to be mounted in this location, and we did some stenciling and mounted some papers on our 3 envelopes, which are going to be what I would call like the storage components for the project. So in this video, we're actually going to continue on with this piece with the intent to like complete that piece. So this next exercise is basically going to be adding storage pieces, you know, to the front and potentially the backs of these. I might put writing spots on the backs of these, or I might put storage on the backs of these. I haven't decided exactly yet. I was just kind of like futzing around with some things. And so that's what we're gonna basically do today. And then once that's complete, we're going to attach them to this piece. And then hopefully, time permitting, we're gonna then glue this piece, mount this down here, but we're gonna leave this side open as a pocket. So that's the plan. I cut this out to go here. There we go. So I think that would look really pretty in that location. So that's gonna be a pocket there. I cut this out to go here as a pocket. And then everything else I'm gonna kind of figure out. Those were from odd pieces of paper, like little scraps and bits left over from other projects that we did. And so that's why they're oddly peeled out for the rest of them. Let's think around this. What is this ink, you ask? Fossilized amber oxide. I've been using that one and the picked raspberry as kind of the 2 alternating colors that I think are perfect for this journal project. I think I'm also gonna see see if I can just do some inking, because this like blends in really hard with the surrounding edge, because they're both, you know, the painted yellow brown paper bag. And so I'm just gonna add a little bit of pink here. I think I'm gonna add some lace too, potentially. That's a later decision. Yeah, so you just added a little bit of contrast there. And then I'm going to mount this down here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I'll have analysis paralysis and nothing will get done. Okay. All right. So I'm using my 3-in-1 glue. Obviously, you can use whatever you want. Please feel free to follow along with me to make this project. You can grab my digital kit, of course, or my digitals from my collection, of course, or you can use any digitals that bring you joy. And join me in this ultimate folio project. Now, because you're mounting to the brown paper bag that is glued, or I'm sorry, painted, sometimes you have to push down until your glue sets. It might take a little bit longer to set than if you were just like mounting it to other things. I'm gonna actually move these over here for a second because it's in the way. That looks so pretty. Ah, brings me joy. Joy is being brought to me. All right. Okay. All right, back to the task at hand. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down since I already know. I'm gonna actually use my vintage photo ink on this one just because it's got a darker palette. Brown some of the edges. Okay. Let's create a little bit of a frame. And that's just gonna sit right there. Create a little pocket. So we're gonna go ahead and glue. I usually glue my pockets down using my 3-in-1 rather than glue stick, but I did mount. So I print my digitals off on printer paper on like 20-pound regular copy paper. And then I mount them on brown paper bag or other things, mostly brown paper bag because it's cheap, free, accessible, that sort of thing, but also sturdy. And you can write on the back with a dark or light writing utensil. Should not be gluing on top of other things. That's not good. Not a good idea. Okay. And I'm just using a paper towel to kind of press these edges. So it's like pressing the edges and then it's also removing any seepage. Okay. And I think I'm actually gonna put a writing spot on the back just because it's using that print piece that I really love. This is my favorite graphic from that digital kit. I know it's like sacrilegious to have a favorite, but I do. So I'm just gonna put trace over it because I still wanna see this beautiful image. So I'm just like inking it with my vintage photo. Let me know what you're working on right now. I am really enjoying working with the summer colors, summer kits, summer paints, the really bright, fun, vibrant yellows and oranges and pinks and greens. Like, I am really enjoying this. Okay, and then see if I can sneak in here without messing up the video. Okay. Yeah, I think it's still good. I should have some leftover ink on this. Maybe not, we'll see. But I'm just gonna, nah, no leftover. At least not enough to. Just doing some sort of quick, raggedy stamping around the edges of this, which you probably can't see that well. And it'll be very subtle when you glue it down, but you'll be able to see it. Now I'm gonna use glue stick for this, because this is a mounting exercise. All right, let me see if I can get my points here. And because this is trace, I don't need a ton of glue. And it's going to, it should stick really well. And be not transparent, but translucent. So you'll definitely be able to see through it. And when you write over this, you'll definitely be able to see it. It kind of pushes the background to the back, but it still looks really nice, in my humble opinion. Okay, there you go. Okay, let us pull together. So I did trim these edges off. I did that off camera. I just took a scissors and, you know, trimmed off a 1/16 inch, just enough to like remove that. For this one, I also clipped off the corners so that it'll be able to nestle underneath that without going too close to the edge. And then I inked up on the creases as well to help, excuse me, not see that as much. When you flip it open, you'll just see some pink here. At least that was the thought, but it's fine. All right, so this little one, I think with the little one, I think I want to grab some of these. Let's see, 2 plain. This is going to be on the front of the stack of envelopes. So this is pretty, this is pretty. I can get 2 of those comfortably. I can get, let's see, one square and 1 of those. I'll have to trim it down width-wise a little bit. I like this. Do we want this with it, this? Do we want our little wren here? I don't really think that looks very great. Let's see. She is cute. Do we want the fountain or do we want our lady, our happy lady sitting in her garden? I love it so much. She brings me joy. You bring me joy, my love. All right, let's see. Those 2 together. All these deer are pretty. The deer. Where? I feel like I'm missing some horizontal ones. Did I drop some on myself on the floor? Over here? Oh, here's one. Oh, here we go. There's some deer. What do we want to do? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna make a decision, otherwise I'll be analysis paralysis. So I'm gonna do this. So I'm just gonna trim trim off the edges about 1/8 of an inch. Let's start there and see if we fit. We do. I'm actually not gonna go right up to the top. I might have to. Okay, we're gonna get that 1/8 of an inch off of this one as well. And then I'm gonna ink around, which my inker is over here. Okay. Well, the reason why I said not right up to the top, which I guess you could, maybe that's okay. There's not really much options because there's not really that many options because, you know, I could put this down here. I just want a little bit so that when you put something in there, it can pop out a little bit so you can get your fingers on it. You can also punch out the little dips if you want to, the finger dips. I don't think I'm gonna do that though. I think I'm just gonna glue them on just like this. Apparently gluing takes deep concentration. All right, shaking like a leaf for some reason. And if you watch me do other videos, you know that sometimes I do, you know, like I'll mount the cards on the sneeze. Excuse me. I'll mount the card on brown paper bag and create the little tabs, but I'm not doing that with this. I'm just gluing right on the edge. I'm trying to stay as close to that edge as possible without going over. Okay, that's so cute, right? And then you've got two pockets here, and you have a pocket in here as well. And I think on the back of this, I'm gonna put, what do we want? We want the hummingbird. Now the color palette's a little too close. Ooh, I like that. I like this. I'm gonna do, and I'm actually gonna make this a little pocket. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna glue it on two sides so that you can tuck something in here, and when it's all folded up, it'll stay put. Oh man, I'm leaking. Let's see. I gotta cover it. Can't be losing my good glue now. So I'm just gonna take this little glue. I'm just gonna spread it out across the locations I want this to be at. Fold that little glue spot up in there. Okay. Some seepage, we're just wiping that away. Sticking this down and wiping that away. All right. There you go. All right, so these two are good. Now we just have the bigums. Now this one, I was gonna do a writing spot on this back side here. I think similarly, I think I'm gonna like do some inking. I think I'm gonna use the yellow too, so I'm just gonna go less, you know, I'm gonna use some of that fossilized amber as well. I think when these little color, yeah, when they blend, I should have done the yellow first, but you're getting a little of like a sunset orange color too, which is really pretty. And I'm also gonna do a little stamping as well, just like I did with that other writing spot. And that. Cool. All right, we're just gonna mount this bad boy right in the middle. Excuse me. That burp was lumpy. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Lumpy burp. That ain't right. Okay. And that's just like coffee dye printer paper. All right, we inked around it a little bit, did some slight stamping. Okay, so now, the questions in life that are challenging. So one of my initial thoughts was to do one of these larger cards because we have enough space now. And maybe a square? Because there will be something that will be tucked in here. So I could have this side loaded rather than top loaded, which the other two are top loaded. So I'm just gonna do something a little different. Go the way you should go for this one. This one actually might just want some I was gonna say vintage photo, and then I got to concentrating and I stopped talking. Okay, I think we're gonna just mount that here, but I think we're gonna do these 3 sides and let it side load. And same thing with this one. I think we'll let them be side loaded just to shake it up a little bit. Why not? I'm gonna have to cap this right away because it's starting to get to that point of usage where it'll seep out if it's left to its own devices. All right, we're gonna go right here. I'm gonna use our capture our seepage and press. Such a cute little squirrel, oh my gosh. You're so cute. All right, and then we'll do the same thing with this one. So I'll hold it on the edge that I do not want to glue on and start my gluing. Quickly cover. Okay, I think that is that. We'll use those for something else. We're rolling up on time here. trying to think of what else I need to do. I need to get these inside. I need to bounce this up off your bag, and then I need to glue it down. I don't know how long that other video is going to be, but all right, I think I'm gonna end the video here just because, you know, we are on time, and then I will compose everything, and then this will be mounted down, so we will finally finish this insert. Time permitting for that project, we're gonna start working on the waterfall journal that's gonna go in this location. So thank you so much for joining me here today. If we're not already connected here, please do consider subscribing, click like, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Consider subscribing to my email list so you get a free mini kit. It's called the Forest Falls mini kit. I have a whole playlist here on YouTube that walks you through how you can use that little mini kit to create a really kind of awesome project. I'm loving how that one is turning out, so join me there. In addition, as an email subscriber, you also get free digital files that come to your inbox every single week, as well as exclusive discounts on my Etsy shop. So do consider joining me as an email subscriber. Thank you so much for your time, energy, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.